Happy Thanksgiving is what I would like to say, but today there will be no giving, just taking. Cards from our opponent's hand, that is, because today we are trying out Fire Lord Sozin, who not only has a built-in sweeper, but also dismantles any win cons from our opponent's deck. This one is nasty work, but hey, wins are wins. Alright guys, we're doing the ever so popular mono black build today. I know a lot of people love mono black, especially discard. People find it to be very toxic, but it's funny because I know you sickos out there really enjoy watching and playing it yourself, but we all know discard is very toxic, and that's what we're focused on today because the build around today was actually the Rise of Sozin. And the Rise of Sozin is such an interesting card that I thought I wanted to try out because not only does it act as a sweeper for you, which is ridiculously good at any time of the game, especially against the very aggro meta we're in now with mono green and stuff. Sweepers are very, very important, but this also is a saga that eventually allows you to name a card from your opponent's deck, strip them of their win con, and then eventually it flips over and you're able to steal cards from their graveyard with its firebending ability and use them against them as their win con. So very cool card. I wanted to use it today, but it's pretty costly, you know what I'm saying? So we did have to run this in like a ramp Ugin shell. There's a lot of early game mana rocks like the Terminus and the Iron Crag. This is a nice little 2-drop that just allows you to kind of bump the mana up quickly. We just splashed a couple of these in there, of course, just to help us out to get there. But also we've got the Hedron, because if we're going to be running Ugin, Hedron's a great way to not only, ramp you up, but in the late game draws you cards, which has been super effective for us lately. So in the late game. So I really do enjoy this card quite a bit. And then we do have some other new cards today, the Day of the Black Sun, guys. This card right here, as well as like Collector's Cage and stuff. This is your answer to the mono green meta, especially if you're going to be able to get a Terminus or an Iron Crag down on 2. This will allow you to basically sweep all of their mana dorks off the battlefield, and they're going to be in a lot of trouble from that point forward. So this card right here is a must-have. It's like a new 4-mana sweeper. Like it works as like essentially a Day of Judgment on turn 4 if you're running against mono green, but you can even get it out earlier with their mana rocks. And then because we are discarding today and focusing on looking at their hand a lot, we've got things like the Ozai's Cruelty, a brand new card that discards 2 from the opponent's hand and hits them for 2, because today the idea is to drain them out, right? We're trying to deplete their hand, and then we're going to drain them out of their life total with things like Bandit's Talent. We all know this card, right? We pay the 1, they deal 2 damage to them when they have a low hand amount of cards in hand. So our early game, as you can see, is just a lot of hand hate stuff, a lot of things that get into their hand and dissect it quickly, and then we're going to drain them out with Bandit's Talent. Now we're going to lock them out of the game, of course, with Painful Quandary. My favorite mono black card that works off of discarding is Painful Quandary, because essentially a lot of people will just hold their cards, right? They'll just hold their cards and eventually not take damage from Bandit's Talent, and we're not going to be doing anything. We're going to be sitting there waiting for him to like drain them out, and then we can't because they're not playing anything. Well, Quandary eventually will make it to where they really won't be able to play anything because they're going to take 5 damage or they're going to discard a card, which then opens up the option for the Bandit's Talent to burn them. So they get stuck in this rock in a hard place. This shuts down a lot of decks. We played it against Omniscience earlier, and it was the funnest thing I've ever seen. We shut down Omniscience for the first time, and it was amazing. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to jump right into it, and we'll see you at the end. This one's a banger, so peace out. All right, guys, here we go. We've been in a little bit of a rut these last couple of days. So today I'm going to take mono black for a spin and see if it can get us some, rank up here. I am going with a discard mechanic, like just really heavy into the discarding. And we're going to see what it can do for us today. Let me see here. I'm going to sneeze immediately as we start. Hold on. Okay, maybe not. I fought it. It hurts. All right, guys, just FYI. I bumped into some paint on the wall earlier today. Got a lot of stuff going around on the house, and so I didn't want to change my shirt, so it's gonna be a little spot on my shirt this whole time. What do we have here? Whenever this dinosaur enters and has forest cycling, I guess it's this one, and we'll go ahead and take their encounter as well. Sorry, not sorry. Heavily discarding today. Hopefully we get an Ugin and we can ramp up nicely into that, but of course we miss a land drop. That's brutal. Encounter number 2. I do hate that those can be cast from the graveyard, but at least they're more expensive now. Goodness gracious. Can't catch a break here. Oh, wrong card. Wait, no, I already took care of the forest cycling, didn't I? Just kidding. I took care of the forest cycling. I thought that was the card I wanted to grab, and I just realized it wasn't even there. because I already took it. Feels like my game audio is low. Am I? Whoops. My audio low? No, it's where it's supposed to be. All right, we got a little bit of mana there. I guess that counts, right? I'll accept it. We do have 24 lands plus 3 mana rocks early and 4 mana rocks late, so we should never have issues with land like this. At least I haven't yet, and so hopefully this is just an anomaly. The opponent, though, is also struggling for lands, which is great because they are a ramp deck. Kind of like myself. Okay, so I do have potentially an archive, I hope, if I hit a land. If not, the cruelty's fine here. Okay, cool. We're gonna do a little bit more ramping. And if I can get this down, that'll be really nice. Unfortunately, this bypasses like playing multiple spells, right? They just get to put them right onto the battlefield. Put each creature card and build this way onto the battlefield. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. I can't lie. It's pretty ridiculous. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm still looking for probably some more land. I don't need a whole lot more, but I get why they didn't use their Fabled Passage there before that last turn. It's because they're probably not trying to thin out their deck, making it more likely that they draw land. But looks like they still missed a land anyways. Man, talk about a bit of a mana screw stalemate here on both ends. Both ends of the court are feeling it. All right, we are going to go with the Quandary. And then after this, we can start hitting their hand heavily and not worrying too much about them casting spells because it's going to hurt them quite a bit. Would like to see like a talent, though. A talent would be really nice, too, so I can start drawing cards and burning them if they have less cards in hand. But the fact that they're not drawing lands, it actually slows down my discarding. Kind of a double-edged sword. If they don't hit lands, they have more cards in hand, you know? Which does kind of take away from my game plan. Ugin would be kind of nice here too, but what can you do? What can you do? I may sack the archive here to just draw some cards. And I might as well do it now, just because I have no reason to do it at instant speed. I mean, if I get a 1 mana spell to hit their hand, I would love to do it. Nope, but we got a Bandit's Talent. That'll be nice. I'm surprised as an encounter player you haven't found more mana ramp. I'm missing your land drops is one thing, but then on top of that, missing any sort of like 3 mana ramp effect is kind of weird. Maybe they think they can run a lot less mana because they've got a couple forest cyclers in here. I don't know. All right, so land hits. Oh, they needed a swamp too. Nice. Wait, did they not play the land? I'm confused. Okay, surely they play their land here. Okay, I was gonna say, that would be weird. All right. No spells being cast. Oh my gosh, Double Bandit's Talent is brutal. And these will help me, you know, start drawing cards here very soon. Very, very soon. Okay, and we got them to drop a Storm Brood, which is whatever. We don't really have anything that, you know, we care about taking 5 damage from, so I get why they threw that away. And another great card goes to the graveyard. They probably have another one of these, I'm guessing. I mean, why would you throw that away? That's pretty good, and it's able to be played next turn. My guess is because they have another one in hand. But now that they're taking damage from the Bandit's Talent, the Quandary becomes less or more effective. They're less likely to keep a card in hand to cast a spell. All right, I got to imagine they're going to hit their land drop here. It's been so many turns. Yeah, I was going to say it's been a lot of turns. And am I right? Are they really going to get this card out? Exile a card from the top of your library. Oh, it's not. It's a 3/3 flyer that destroys an artifact or enchantment. And they're taking out a Bandit's Talent over the Quandary. Interesting choice. Very interesting choice. All right, just give me an Ugin so I can shut this thing down. So I can put a little nail in the coffin here. That's not an Ugin. That's okay. We don't need Ugin. We just wanted Ugin. There's needs and there's wants, and that was a big want. Man, I'd love to get a... Not an Ozai. What's the other one? The Fire Lord... what is it? Not Ozai. The new Fire Lord card. The 5 mana artifact. Or enchantment. Or 7 mana. What is it? 4, 5, 6? It's 6 mana. 6 mana enchantment. It's really fun. It sweeps the board and then I can choose a card name and then exile it from the rest of their deck. So if I can choose the encounter, it's going to be really nice. Oh man, they got another one. They have to choose the Bandit's Talent now because if they choose the Quandary, they're just going to lose on the upkeep of next turn. Fire Lord Sozin. It just hit my head. It just hit my brain. I remember now. Fire Lord Sozin. All right. Well, the good news is they can't cast another spell the rest of the game without discarding a card. So they're going to need to get a couple cards in their hand before they're able to do anything. And I might be able to surprise them and just create a couple of spirit tokens maybe and swing through if they want to get aggressive. Who knows? Who knows? That's not helpful. That's not very helpful, is it? This is quite literally one of the worst games we've ever had with this deck so far, and we're still winning, so that's a good sign. Where's my Sozin? My Fire Lord Sozin. Oh, man. Been in this room a very long time on this chair, so my legs are starting to hurt. So we got 5 mana. They're full Jund. They don't have any mana for these anytime soon. Any spell they top deck here is going to require another card to discard. I feel I'm pretty safe. Let's see if they get aggressive with these Stormbroods. They do. Okay. Stormbroods come down. I guess the spirit tokens can't be blocked by anything that's not a spirit, so it does actually make sense for them to swing through. I forgot that these new spirit tokens have some of that verbiage on it. Okay. And they can't kill it or else they take 5 damage. This might actually be the win con. Who knew? Oh, that's actually the win con. All right, we found the win con. It's gonna deal 2 damage directly to them. There's really nothing they can do at all. I'm trying to run through all the potential things they could have in their hand here, but it doesn't matter. They can't cast it, so it's a good game. I feel bad for the way this one went. It was very uneventful to say the least, but still good game for us. It was a land. GG's. GG's, not bad. Good way to start things out here, I guess. All right, so we do have the Iron Crag in the opener with some Day of Black Sun, so I will keep it because if we're up against anything aggressive, we'll be able to handle it really easily. It's in this deck because of things that, you know, like the Badger that, you know, get things started extremely quickly. This is a great way to just reset them really fast, especially if you get one of these 2 mana rocks here. I do like the duress too. It kind of like levels out the potential of options here. If it's not, you know, the Badger Mole Cub, then duress is a good hit usually. So we'll see. All right, they finally make a decision on a keep, and let's take a look at their hand. And I would like to get rid of No More Lies. The rest of this I can just kind of answer with this. I mean, it couldn't be a better situation for us here, so I love it. I love it. Let's go. I do wish this was the Soul Stone so I can hit their hand one more time, but that's okay. This can get artifact or creature. I actually think I'm going to hold up on this until I sweep the field. Yeah, I'm going to wait till next turn potentially. Well, what if they don't play that? You know what I mean? Let's just pass the turn. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I think I can afford to take another turn off here. They might end up playing that out. Yes, perfect. Okay. That's what we wanted to see. That's what we wanted to see. All right, we're going to do this for 2. And again, missing land drops. You just hate to see it. This deck really should not be missing land drops like that. It really shouldn't, but... All right, so everything's gone. Reset the board. I have another one too, so I don't think they're ever going to be able to get anything going here. That's nice. That's actually something really good. I needed that. Missing a land drop into that makes me feel a lot better. And it's a Shard Mage's Rescue, sure. It takes flight. All right, let's see what they get in their hand here. Are they going to get an ethereal armor? They do not. They do not. All right, so I think we do this for 2. If I do this for 2, though, then I can't do anything else for the turn. I mean, I guess that's fine. Kind of have to do what we have to do, right? Oh, that's not good. That's really bad, actually. And they get an ethereal armor. Okay, we might be toast here, guys. Another black source would have done the trick. Obviously, we would have been able to pay for the cost of that, or been able to look at their hand before playing that. So, not gonna lie, that one stings a little bit. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this. We're gonna take out the ethereal armor, and they're gonna Shard Mage's Rescue. That's fine. They say good game, but it's not good game. Well, I guess it is good game yet, huh? Because they could just activate their creature land here. Well, no, actually, that's not good game. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm still alive. We're still alive. Barely. Barely. Okay. But you're saying there's a chance. So if I play this, I can pay for the ward. It's just ward 2, right? Okay. Let's pay the ward 2. Yes, I'm sure. Let's do this and this, because I want to leave my ability to demolition field their archmages, or their anchorage here. And I bet they're feeling pretty silly right about now by saying good game. I'll give them a good game back. Yeah, we're pretty much covered across the board here, my friend. Little early on that GG's, my friend. Little early. Ugin with the big save here, and I'm going to be able to basically deplete their entire hand next turn. So this is essentially their last turn. Better make it count. These 2 cards in hand better be good. And I have a feeling they're going to rope us out of saltiness just because they ended up taking a hard L after talking a little bit of trash. So GG's. I guess we'll see you on the other side. Good sportsmanship. Oh, I'm sorry. We're back. Oh my gosh. I was just blindly playing. I just forgot. I zoned out. The opponent. Oh my gosh. I was just zoned out. I forgot I was recording. The opponent just let the rope go through. So I'm a little bit zoned out and out of it at the moment. But we are just kind of taking care of business here to end this one out. I completely forgot I was recording. Thought I was just casually playing here. All right, so the opponent's going to take the rope the rest of the way, and yeah, I guess we'll see you at the very, very end. This time for sure, because they're going to concede. All right, I think this time for sure it's over. It's official. I mean, they wasted a lot of my time, though, so congrats to them, I guess. Well done. On to the next one. All right, so hopefully with this one, we can get a Fire Lord Sozin going for you guys. I haven't had an opportunity yet to do that. Would love to show you guys how cool that card is, man. Especially with the ramp, to be able to get into the sweeper quickly. It's going to be kind of nice. The opponent, though, on Azorius colors is a bit scary. I won't lie to you. I do love having the 2 pilfers here, though. It's going to be super helpful, I think, in this one. It really depends on the matchup. Yeah, it's going to be full control. This is quite literally the worst possible matchup. But, like I said, our hand was at least properly built for this matchup. And it's a Drowner. Oh, it's a flash deck. Never mind. Okay, so it's not full control. It's a flash deck. Okay, well, if that's the case, I think I'll take the deduce. I think anything to draw them cards is no good here for us. And I will do this. Okay, I actually feel a little bit better about this because I do have the Day of the Black Sun, and I thought it was a worthless card, but it's actually not too bad. Actually not too bad. Okay, so they didn't have a counter spell in their hand, but that could have changed, obviously. We'll see. Flashing in, I'm assuming this guy here, the Cutthroat. I don't know. I guess maybe. I don't know what's going on with our opponents today, but they need to get a move on here. All right, we're down to 14. That doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good. All right, let's do this first, and that'll force them to do a flashed in creature here. It's going to kind of force their hand because they don't want me to take whatever they're going to want to play this turn, and that's going to walk them right into a really good Day of the Black Sun here. Counter target instant sorcery. Okay, that's fine. And that takes care of the field. I got to imagine they're not very happy with that. Star charts for 2 just to find some mana. That hurts. And they missed the mana. Okay. You know what? Just for funsies, I kind of want to get this going, but I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's very wise. They say good game. Yeah, I figured as much. Okay. That was a bit of a beatdown. A match that I thought we were going to lose at first, too. All right, we're going first. Our hand is fantastic. We got some ramp. We're ramping into Ugin pretty fast. And it's a good matchup for the Day of the Black Sun. Coming in clutch yet again. Coming in clutch with the ramp too. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. More mana ramp, sure. What if we just do it now? We got another one. Let's do it now. We do have another one. That'll slow them down pretty big here. And especially, you know, Ouroboreate again is kind of a serious problem. It's something I'll only be able to really answer once we get here. So I think deleting the board there is the right call. Let's go Ozai. 2 cards out of your hand, please. And that'll do it. I'm assuming they had a lot of really good cards plus lands, and they didn't want to get rid of the lands because they wouldn't be able to play the cards. Happens all the time. Ozai's Cruelty, too good. All right, the opponent's going first, and our hand again looks really good because we have the Terminus and the Day of the Black Sun. So any chance I can get that, I'm going to keep it. Because we are in a field full of mono green right now, you know? Azorius colors, always scary. We'll see what this turns out to be, though. I don't have any hand hate, unfortunately. Would have loved a duress here on 1, but... Okay. Yeah, there was a priority stick. Is it a flash deck again? All right, they don't flash anything in. Yeah, demolition field. It's almost definitely going to be control. Which means we probably lose this one. I mean, look at our hand. We're just drawing a land right now. Nothing super helpful. I need something to get into their hand with here. I guess that works. I can pay for the No More Lies if they have it. I guess even if they... I kind of hope they play the No More Lies, because then this would be a 2-for-1, you know? And get the No More Lies out of their hand and potentially another spell. So I'm rooting for that, actually. They do have the No More Lies. Okay, so the card I'm more concerned about, though, is probably this, because right now they don't have the means to even play this, and they need lands really bad. All right. I won't be able to play Ugin until I, you know, get over a certain marker, just because Ugin's going to get countered by the No More Lies. So they do have some flash elements here, but it's just for probably some graveyard hate tech pieces that they need. Did they keep any on top? I actually missed that. They did. Okay, so they found their blue land. They may end up countering my sun Now, here's the deal. I could use the intimidation tactics to get the cage out of their hand, but all that would really accomplish for me would be getting one card out of their hand just to kind of hurt them with like a talent later. So I think I'd rather cycle the intimidation tactics, I think. Okay. Okay, that's a really good find right there. Let's do it because it's going to get countered by the 3 steps ahead, and they won't be able to draw 2, discard 2, or discard 1. So that'll lose that from their hand, which is great. And then, I don't know. Feels like we can maybe resolve an Ugin next turn. Who knows? Kind of unlikely, but this at least makes it possible, right? Okay, they're discarding. They're not actually going to counter this. Very strange. Really just hanging on to that counter spell. Maybe they're trying to draw and discard here with it. No, this is star charts. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. Well, the good news is if I do, out of, necessity or out of just sheer, desperation, I could play the Ugin to get it countered and exile the flanker because it does the ability on, in response to me casting it, not resolving on the actual battlefield. So it's a fantastic card to hit. Maybe that's the play. I know I keep changing my mind here, but we keep drawing pretty good cards. All right, this time they're probably more unlikely to, counter because they can draw. Yeah, they can draw now. Okay, it comes down to this. Did they find another counterspell? I hope not. Tapping the demolition field to go for a stock up. Okay, so they have 3 mana open. So if they find the 3 steps ahead, we're still in trouble. But at least it would only counter and not draw. So I'm going for it, man. We're full sending on the Ugin here. Ooh, this is perfect. Absolutely perfect top deck right there. Perfect. Let's go. Amazing. Duress off the top in this matchup couldn't have been better. Dude, we're on such a good roll right now. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Get Lost is definitely still a card though, so I'm not expecting Ugin to stick around, but just getting it on the field and getting an extra card was kind of nice. Okay. I wonder what their win con is. Are we going for like an Elspeth win con, or are we trying to mill me out? I hope it's an Elspeth win con. There's the Get Lost, but they are tapped out again. So we do get to resolve another one. And hopefully no more Get Lost in hand. That's kind of nice. If they flash in like a flanker or something, I can take it out, or a Beza. Or that. I can take that out. That looks like it's going to be their win con, actually. Two to the top. Oof. You hate to see that. Okay, maybe it was just counter spells. All right. Shall we check? Shall we check? Man, I'm loving this though, man. We're ranking up pretty good right now. And even against the matchups that I'm thinking are pretty bad, we're still pulling it out pretty good here. I'm thinking I'm going to try to resolve this. This is a little scary, but if I can take away all of their Legends of Karuk, I don't think they're going to have a win con. I can pay the 3 for No More Lies. Can't pay anything for that though. So we know they've got No More Lies. They know we got 3 steps ahead, and we know they've got the Drix. So I mean, it's counter central over there. Oh man, I'm scared to alt the Ugin here, but it's so good, man. Alting the Ugin is so good. I'm gonna just draw. I'm gonna regret that, I'm sure, but we'll see. That's nice, actually. Demolition Field to take out their creature land is really good. I'm looking for some hand hate. Essentially some hand hate and like a quandary, painful quandary for the win. Painful Quandary getting taken out though by you know, a Get Lost would be pretty sad, or a counter spell would be even worse. Regent. Oof. Okay. Yeah, you can have the Regent. Obviously they're gonna bounce my Ugin. Hopefully they're just bouncing it because they want to reset its loyalty counters, as opposed to bouncing it because they have a counter for it for 2. I don't like a negate. Like negate would be really, really bad, obviously. I hope that's not the case, but I will at least exile the Regent, even if they do end up countering it. So another Ugin is funny. It's funny to say the least. And it is a negate. Holy cow, man. They got everything over here. They got it all over on that side, huh? Every counter spell you could imagine is over there. Man, I'm really looking for another Pilfer, another Duress, Bandit's Talent. I mean, there's many things I could top deck that would be so good right here. Sure. I mean, that is pretty bad. I needed that. I mean, look at all these great cards we can top deck. I mean, literally anything but a sweeper. Anything but one of these, and we're in business. Oh my gosh. I do not feel safe trying to resolve an Ugin here, man. I really don't, but now might be a better time than any. I mean, they've got Negate, they got Drix, they got 3 steps ahead, they got No More Lies. I can avoid the No More Lies, but everything else is fair game. Oh man. I'd rather see their hand first before I make a decision like that. There's so many things I can look into their hand with, so I'm gonna wait and see. That's good. That's good. Wish I would have got that last turn. Okay, they take it. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why wouldn't they take that, you know? Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna keep holding the Ugin. I don't think there's any reason to rush it out here. How about this? If this lands, I draw 2, so... It's a lot of mana to draw 2 cards, but it's good enough. Ooh. Let's have a little peek-see, huh? Little peekaboo. Yeah, we knew it. We knew it. You're not clever, bro. Gosh darn it. 3 steps ahead in hand. I need a Duress. Or if I'm going to play the Ugin knowing I'm walking into it 3 steps ahead, I've got to be able to take something out like a Karuk. Definitely don't need any more mana ramps, so let's just for sure, you know, sack all of these. Bandit's Talent is nice. Fountain Port's excellent. Is it time for the 3 steps ahead? It is. Okay. All right, we got to keep in mind they did just draw another set of cards and they're discarding, so expect another counter spell here potentially. So I guess we just go fish tokens and try to beat them down. I hate that for myself, but it is what it is. A demolition field off the top is so annoying. All right, how many cards do they have? 25 to my 23. I got to make sure we're careful not to obviously mill ourselves out here. Keep thinning out the deck so our top decks are even better. I don't have any creatures in here, do I? Okay, I was thinking about using this ability, but I don't actually have any creatures. Sozin! Ooh, spicy. Let's start with an attack. See if we can get the Sozin to go. I mean, what are we gonna even name though? That's the thing. It's like, what do we name if we're Sozin here? I don't even know. Because it's just like a million counter spells and then a Karuk. And I can deal with the Karuk right now with the Ugin, so hard to say, man. It's hard to say. So we've already dealt with 3 steps ahead. How many times? 1, 2, 3. 3 steps ahead. There's a flanker, sure. their win con, again, I'm almost positive is just trying to get this Karuk down and then getting extra turns and beating us down. Maybe like getting a pretty wide board state with the spirit tokens. Not too concerned about the no more lies, obviously. Negates are pretty bad. I gotta call out a good card here, man. I have to. I'm gonna call out the Drix interception. Okay, that's fine, sure. Let's do a basics check on you and see if you have enough basics to answer this. Oh man. You got another basic? You don't. So they're out of basics. Duress is fantastic, but I'm gonna do Drix. Okay. So no more Drix. They've got one more legend, one river regent. Is that it? Okay, so they have one more 3 steps ahead. So I only got to worry about one more counterspell. There's just one more counterspell. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We can beat him down with the Sozin pretty much this entire time. All right. That's fine. And I need to get my Gix or my Quandary, of course. Yeah, I think we win this one, guys. I think it's over. I think it's over. It's hard to say, but yeah, GG's. Okay, I was gonna say, looking at their the rest of their library, there's not a whole lot more they can do to us. Man, control is tough. All right, we're going first. This hand looks great. I mean, the Quandary, we needed that a long time ago in the last one, but I do feel like we went first a lot again today. That happens, man. Sometimes I go first a lot, and then sometimes in the videos I never go first. It's so weird. I'll take it though. All right, doing a little bit of ramping here. We're gonna try to get to this Rise of the Sozin. It's Izzet though. So okay, so Izzet's gonna have Eddie Merc Crabs. It's gonna have you know, those types of flashing creatures and probably a lot of lessons. So this could be a pretty tough matchup for us, I think. I will take a look at their hand first. Let's see what we got going on. Super annoying. The counter spells are just so obnoxious. So tired of them. I really can't let them I can't let them have this though. This is too good. That's way too good. And you know they're just gonna get rid of that. All right, so we're kind of open to a counter spell here, which doesn't feel great. But I feel like I had to do that. I'd like maybe another duress off the top would be good. Playing something post-combat on this turn would be really silly, seeing these have prowess. Okay, that's actually a good find. That might force the counterspell out of their hand, which you'd love to see. Yes, sir. Okay, so no more counterspell to worry about, at least. Unless of course, they got really lucky on the top deck. It's possible. 4 or 5. So I need one more land for this. And then I can name like Eddie Merc Crab. I forget the other card's name. There's one that the problem is you can go a lot of different ways with this deck. There's Eddie Merc Crab. There's the new creature that wants lessons in the graveyard. And then there's the Leviathan creature, serpent creature. I'm thinking I want to play Archive here. Because I'd like to get the Rise of Sozin down as soon as possible. I'm not too worried about the Quandary just yet. I probably should be, but... Okay, so they are playing Tolarian Terror. Good to know. So I guess there's a creature I could name right there. Clean up the field. They're taking damage now. Let's go. Another Tolarian Terror. Okay. I think I'm going to name Eddie Merc Crab. I'm very much going out on the limb here because I know they have Tolarian Terror, but a lot of times they only run 3 of each. So there would only be one other Tolarian Terror in the deck versus a potential 3-hit of the Eddie Merc Crabs. So I'm going to go for it and I'm going to hope for the best. Yes. They're running a full play set of each. So there's actually 2 more Tolarian Terrors I got to worry about. The only issue is though, I'm pretty sure I'm already dead. This terror is, you know, obviously going to be terrorizing me. This does 2 damage plus the number of lessons. That's probably going to blow up my blow up my Sozin. That's actually pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal, my friend. Is it instant speed too? It is. Wow. Yeah. Expect Sozin to die here instantly, which is a bummer because I was hoping that, you know, get their terror and we can make some blocks, but not how that's going to go down. Okay, they're going to just activate this now. I guess that's kind of good for us. Oh, and we get fish tokens to block for a little while too. That's nice. Decline that. So we got this, and one swamp. Okay, we'll do that. And then we got the fish tokens. All right, I'm pretty sure we're dead here. I'm gonna keep it completely real with you guys. We're probably dead here. I just don't have a means of dealing with the Tolarian Terror. Oh, they only have 2 lessons in the yard. Hold on a second. 2. Okay, well now they got more. That's actually so good. That was really good how they used my own quandary against me there to discard another lesson. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. So, I mean, it's going to come down to whether or not they can kill this fish token, and B, if I can just top deck a sweeper before they're able to get their attack through. Nope, they sure did have the extra. All right, they got us. Good stuff, man. It's a close one. It was a close one. I mean, finding that second terror for them was pretty darn clutch. I can't lie. Got us good there.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't